If your dog is jumping on everybody except you, here are some things that you can do. Number one, keep your dog on leash. It's also a good idea to work on place training. We're working on impulse control and creating space. And if your dog is on leash, they can't just run over to the guest and jump on them. Number two, work on controlled greetings. Now that your guest is on a leash, either you and your dog walk up to the guest or your guests walk up to the dog. Number 2.5 or 3, with your controlled greetings, break them down into super tiny bite-sized bits. Meaning your guest is not just gonna walk up to the dog and start petting the dog. Your guest is gonna start far away and you guys are gonna work your way closer. So with your guest far away and you and your dog right over here, every time your guest takes a step forward, you're rewarding your dog for not getting up and getting excited. If they do get up and get excited, either your guest gets further away and or you and your dog take a step back too. With almost every dog I work with and jumping, the most difficult part is when you are level with the dog is gonna wanna get up and jump on you. Your guest might be going 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 5 steps forward, 6 steps back. It's so much back and forth until it clicks in your dog's brain. Once your guest successfully gets to your dog and crouches down, almost every dog gets up, so your guest is gonna stand right back up and walk away again, and or you and your dog get further away. Give your guests feedback. They need to know what to do and what not to do. When you're working on this with your guests, hopefully you've told them in advance that before you come here, we're gonna do a little bit of training with my dog. Is that okay? If it's not okay, put your dog away or keep them on leash. Or don't invite the guest over. You just don't want the dog to be able to rehearse the behavior we're trying to stop. So when you're in the training mode, make sure your guest is not like, oh, you can't jump right now. No jumping. You gotta listen to your mom. Because every time your guest talks to your dog and coos at your dog is getting more and more excited. Same thing with strangers. You probably don't want them to say hi to every single person and they need to learn to be okay with that. You'll be more successful with this if you start practicing with your guests and friends and people you feel comfortable with, because it's gonna build your confidence and build your reps. And by doing this with your friends and family, it's a little less scary when you're gonna be practicing this on somebody who actually approaches and wants to say hi. And lastly, the training doesn't end with your friends and family. I would recommend that you go out and you ask people, hey, I'm working on training, my dog likes to jump. Do you mind if you can say hi to my dog? Set your dog up for success. Don't wait for somebody to say, hey, can I say hi? Because then you feel pressured to make sure that you get it right. I don't want you to feel like, oh crap, now's the time to train. Just be proactive. The first thing you do is you work on your guests and your friends and family, and then you can work on strangers. Good luck.